Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello. We have a question for you. Were we really born without resilience? Or have we forgotten it? Hello. This is my question. And I just want us to think about that as I go through that. You will see my name is Verna Hayward, and welcome to the Unstoppable Life. When you think about the question I just asked, were we really born without resilience? Or have we simply forgotten it? And I want you to think about a baby learning to walk, or even before the baby learned to walk, turning in its mother's womb, feeding, and doing all the necessary things to keep it healthy. When the baby fall down, it get back up. It fall again, and it get back up. And it fall again, and it get back up. A baby don't stay down and say, well, I quit. I'm not standing again. I'm never standing again. No. The baby continues to fall down and stand up. Because at some point, it's going to start walking. It's not going to stay down. So what changed? Somewhere along life journey, we have replaced that. And it's why? Because fear. We were told, don't do that. Don't do this. Oh, you're going to fall. Oh, this is going to fall on you. Oh, this, oh, that. So what happens? That's replaced with fear. And so we become so fearful that we don't want to try anything at all. Anything we try to do, it just seems as though it's going to end in a bad way. And that is because we were programmed to think like that. But that's not how God made us. God made us in his own image and likeness. He gave us the power. So we were born with power. How could that baby move in his mother's womb if it had no power? If it did not have resilience? So it's innate within us. So what my program is all about, what Unstoppable Resilience is all about, I'm going to show you. What Unstoppable Resilience is all about. It's about helping you to regain that confidence and to know that you are able to build on that resilience, to grow your resilience, and to become stronger. So resilience is not just about bouncing back. Resilience is not just about you would not go through adversity. In order to grow and in order to develop, we have to face this thing. This is a natural thing in life. We have to face the reality that we will go through some stuff in life. And those things, they didn't come to break us. You could look at history and you can see how many people have been through many different things. If I somebody that come to mind right now is Martin Luther King, when he was told he can't, don't speak, maybe they will shoot you or whatever. If I die, I die, but I am going to speak what I have been given. So he has been given a message, and he made the decision that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my message out, regardless of the consequences. And so we too have to make that decision to go forth and do what we have called to do, because we all have a purpose. We all have something in us that we need to share with the world. So when we go through the storm, we will bend, we will go backward and forward. The wind will push us in all directions, but we remain strong. When we fall down, we get back up. We don't stay down. We keep moving in the direction that will help us to grow. So perhaps resilience isn't something we have to create. Perhaps. Perhaps resilience is something God has already placed within us from the very beginning, as I said before, to help us rediscover. So it is when we go through anything, is the healing, that healing, like I have been through. I've been through a lot. And I've been through the loss of my mom, disappearance of my mom. I've been through two miscarriages, a son and a daughter. I've been through abuse. I've been through domestic abuse. I've been through recently cancer. But here I am. I'm still smiling and I'm still strong enough to sit here and tell you my story, because I believe that I was given this so that I can help someone, or maybe many, to realize that their story, what has happened to you, is not meant to break you. It's meant to strengthen you. So just maybe that healing process that you have to go through is your discovery moment to let you know that you can rediscover the resilience that was placed in you from the very beginning. So, to me, that is what I'd like to explore with you today. I'd like to explore that. What does that mean? How does that come across? So, I've just told you about my story. I've just told you about my childhood trauma. And why am I repeating it? Because I want you to hear. Faith come by hearing, and hearing the word again and again and again. We don't get it the first time. There are many things I didn't get the first time, and I had to reread it again. And when I reread it with a mindset that there is something here, what then happened? I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my soul. I feel it deep within me. And yes, I now get a deeper understanding and a revelation. So you may hear me repeat something, and that is because it is significant. And I want you to get it. I want you to see that you have a story. Whatever you've been through, it was not meant to break you, it was meant to make you stronger. So there were moments when I wondered, how would I keep going? How do I keep going? What do I do? And people used to say to me, you are strong. And now people say you're so resilient. But that didn't just come about. I had to work on it. I had to strengthen my mind, what I was thinking, what I was reading, what I was listening to, what I was inputting into my body, not just food, because I had to eat the proper food as well to recover from cancer. And that's food. I had to eat spiritual food as well as physical food. So we have to think about those things. And I'm here to share it with you because I don't want you to believe that you have to become resilient. I am here to not bring you to relive what trauma you have been through. I am here to help you understand that you are resilient and how are we going to build that resilience in you because you've got it. I believe that, God patiently helped me to rediscover the strength he had given me, the strength he had placed in me that I didn't think I had. So one of the ways that I think about things, it says, with the heart man believe, out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. We have thoughts, and you may have heard me say that before, that we have thoughts. Oh my goodness, so many thoughts will come through. So many thoughts. Oh, am I good enough? Oh, am I worthy? Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, this one is better than I am. No, no, nobody is better than you. You are unique. I am unique. We all have different qualities. And when we bring that together, oh my goodness, like back in the Caribbean when you do like a callaloo soup and you put all the ingredients, or you do fried fish and cuckoo or whatever the case might be. Oh my gosh, the taste. That taste is so, you can even taste it before you even put it in your mouth. That's exactly what each and every one of us bring to one another. We have flavor, and that flavor is really going to help us. In my book, Unstoppable Resilience, Heal, Rise, and Renew, we talk about flavor in here, different types of flavors. We talk about communication. So there are lots in this book that is really going to help you to rediscover who you are and rediscover your strength. So each challenge, each challenge will strip away your fear, your doubt, and your limiting beliefs until slowly you begin to see yourself through the eyes of what God has created you. I had to do that. I had to see myself through His eyes. How does He see me? How does He see me? He see me as wonderful. He see me as goodness. He see me as worthy. He see me as I'm the apple of His eye. I used to say this, God, I am the apple of your eye. You said it in your word. You said it. So you may not believe in the God that I believe in, but you believe in something, whether it's the wind blowing through the trees or whatever. He created it all. So whatever your belief is, I want you to think about how beautiful life is, even in the midst of the struggle, even in the midst of the storm. The storm did not come to break you. What the storm did, the storm came to strengthen you, not to put you in a survival mode. Like when something go happen, they put you in the survival, the recovery mode. No, it came so that yes, you may have to go in the recovery mode for a while because I had to. How am I going to do this? What am I going to do? But you don't rely on yourself. You rely on God's strength because He is the one that put that strength within you. So I just want to read to you something from my book. I just want to read something I wrote to the readers when you decide to get this book. And it says, Dear reader, welcome to Unstoppable Resilience, your definitive guide to unlocking the power within you to thrive in the face of life's challenges. We'll go through challenges. In these pages, we embarked on a transformative journey together, one that will illuminate the path to reclaiming your inner strength, nurturing your well being, and embracing the boundless possibilities that await. As we navigate the complexities of life, we encounter countless obstacles and setbacks. Resilience is not merely the ability to bounce back, it is the capacity to emerge from adversity stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. This is a journey that reflects a biblical truth, and that is found in Romans 12. Romans 12, chapter 12, verse 2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So we have to rewire our brain because our brain was mushy. We have been taught so much stuff, and we can't, we may want to blame our parents, but we have to remember that came down from generations to generations to generations. So we have to break that. It takes us to break that. And as we do so, we would find that we are reclaiming our power. So, unstoppable resilience, heal, rise, and reclaim your power. It is not about being downtrodden as we were taught to be. I recently launched my book, and something remarkable happened. I thought, you thought you just launching your book, but what happened was people did not simply talk about the book. What they talked about was the healing, hope, purpose, identity. To the point where one guest said to me, your resilience is more than a testimony. It is an invitation for people to heal. And another one said, this isn't just one person's story. It's a guide for everyone. And that's exactly why I wrote the book. Those words meant so much to me when they were spoken during the book launch, because that's exactly what I wanted people to feel. So I hope that in this story, as I tell you this story, you will see yourself within this story. So the whole purpose is to help others to discover the resilience that lies within them. So when you read that book, when you read Unstoppable Resilience, Heal, Rise, and Reclaim Your Power, it is your power which God gave you, not somebody else's power. So we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we will carry on with the conversation.
What if many of the problems we associate with aging are not random? What if there are identifiable causes behind declining energy, chronic disease, and memory problems? We have been told that aging is simply something we must accept, that slowing down is normal, that growing older means growing weaker. But what if that's only part of the story? Why do some people remain active and engaged well into their later years? Why do others struggle with disease, fatigue, and declining health? What is happening beneath the surface? What processes drive aging? In Aging Sucks, researcher, educator, and author Red O'Loughlin explores what researchers have discovered about why we grow older. No medical degree required, no confusing jargon, just clear explanations of what researchers have discovered about the processes that influence aging. You cannot stop aging, but understanding its causes may help you make better decisions about your health, your future, and your quality of life. Because understanding comes before action. Action creates hope. Aging sucks. End the guesswork. There is hope.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you. We were talking about, the story of resilience and how it was not meant to break us, but it was meant to strengthen us, to reclaim our power. So, regardless of what you go through in life, it is reclaiming your power. It's a power that was innate in you from the beginning. Go back to the story of the baby within his mother's womb, kicking and punching and doing all those things. Where did it get that from? Where did it get the strength and the power to do that? Where did it get it from? We were given that. We were born with that. We had the resilience enough to know that, hey, I need to let her know that I am here. I need to let her know I'm hungry. You need to eat something so that I can be fed. It's the same way we have to feed ourselves. We can, yes, we need somebody to walk with us. We need somebody to guide us. We need a mentor. We need a coach. We need that because we cannot walk alone. Walking alone is lonesome. But when we have others with us, when we have somebody to talk to, we have a thought process, we have something we want to do. But sometimes we have to be careful who we are telling or who we are. What is the circle that you have around you? Who is in that circle? Who it is in that circle that can help you? Because I had a circle around me. Not initially when I was going through all the bad stuff, which I would call the bad stuff, because when I spoke about it, I was told I was a lie. I was told to shut up. You're a kid, shut up. You're not telling the truth. And so you learn to go inwards. And when you go inwards, you have a shell, because I'm telling you, I had put up a block. Don't come any closer. That block was there and he could not penetrate it. But I found my salvation. I found my salvation in the Word and with God's help, so that I was able to open up and be who He called me to be. But I was always smiling, regardless of what was happening, regardless of the trauma, regardless of what was happening, because I knew that I was loved. Maybe not loved by the people who were doing this stuff to me, but I was loved by Him. I was loved by the Creator. And that was enough for me. So it didn't matter who told me, and this might be your story. You were told you're not good enough. You were told you don't belong. You were told you were illegitimate. You were told You may not, if you're not dark skinned, you would not be told that you are you are a sheep, a black sheep. You may not have been told that, but you might have been told something else. You probably don't even have to be dark skinned to be told you're a black sheep, because people say things. But are you going to allow that to be your label, or are you going to change it? Are you going to be there feeling sorry for yourself and saying, well, I can't do anything about it? Oh, yes, you can. It's up to you. It's your decision. You have a choice. We have choices, and we need to make the choices. So you have a decision to make. Do I stay here and grumble, or do I stay, like a story just popped in my head? Do I stay and eat the pig food, or do I go home and eat my what my father had? I remember saying that. I remember a time my mom was a preacher, and she had this saying: as long as I am in her house, I have to do as she says. If I don't want to do that, then I have to find my own house and turn my own key and do whatever I want. So I was working, 21, started working. And there was this guy at work that I liked. And lo and behold, I did the business. And doing the business, I got pregnant. And I didn't know. I was 6 weeks pregnant and had no clue I was pregnant until he said to me, I think you are pregnant. I said, you have to be crazy. Not in my mother's house. No way, that's disrespectful. And so we went to tell my mom. At that point, I was vomiting yellow and green. And what was that? What was happening with me? And I saw my mom one day standing in the kitchen door and watching me. And she would say nothing until we both went to her and spoke to her about it. And then she started talking marriage. You have to marry my daughter, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. Do not marry me because my mom says so. Marry me because you love me and you want to be with me. Don't be forced into anything. But what I do know, I cannot stay in my mother's house. You have to find some way for us to go. And we did. And then I found out after losing the baby, I found out he had a baby on the way with another woman. I went home after work and I sat at my table and I pulled out, I don't drink, but I took a bottle of whiskey and a whiskey glass. And I sat at the dining table and I started drinking, drinking, drinking. And I passed out. Came home and I was passed out. Nobody knew what I did. They thought I tried to kill myself. No, I just wanted to numb the pain. So then I decided I would go back to my mom's house. And I got there and she said to me, before I could ask any questions, she said, do you want to come back home? Yes, mom. No. What? No. You stay out there and make yourself a woman. This woman hates me. That's the first thing that pops into your head. This person hates me. That person hates me. Until I read some years ago when King David said to Solomon, make yourself a man. If God asks you what you want, ask for wisdom, ask for knowledge, and ask for understanding. So what did I do? I started asking for wisdom, for knowledge, and understanding. People, we have to ask. We have to open our mouths. We have to speak. We have to speak into our lives. So when somebody say you're not good enough, when somebody say you're not worth it, what does God say about you? What does he say? He says you are worthy. He says you are good enough. So, in this book, Unstoppable Resilience, there are 3 practices that this book is built on: reflect, revitalize, and renew. And I call them the Unstoppable Resilience Framework. So, with reflect, take an honest look at your story. Take an honest look. Not to remain trapped in it, but to understand it. It's important you understand. Because we cannot heal what we refuse to acknowledge. We need to revitalize. So healing involves our whole being, our body, our mind, our spirit, our emotions, everything, our relationships. As one begins to heal, every area begins to strengthen. Renew, which is the 3rd pillar, is renewing means rediscovering hope. Because without hope, you can't achieve anything. You have to have hope. Hope is the substance of things. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you have to have faith, hope, and love. You have to have that. Those 3. Reflect, revitalize, and renew. Okay? Faith, hope, and love. You've got to have it. So you have to rediscover your purpose. And in rediscovering your purpose, who God created you to be, before everything happened, before life told you otherwise, before somebody else told you otherwise, yeah, you have to rediscover. So perhaps resilience isn't about bouncing back. Perhaps resilient is about remembering the courage God placed within you. You remember, I haven't said the trauma you've been through, I haven't said any of that, because that's not what we're remembering. We're remembering what was placed in you. We're remembering your value. We are remembering your purpose. We are remembering that your identity is not determined by what happened to you. Your experience may shape the journey. It may shape the journey, but never limit the possibilities that still lies ahead. So before we finish today, before we come to a conclusion, I talked to you about the book, and you would have seen I have the book on Amazon. I have a workbook. I have a journal, 2 journals where you can go deeper. I also have a course in my academy that I am bringing online where you can take the courses and I can work with you on a one-to-one. And there you can find out more. You can start with the starter guide, because the starter guide is going to give you understanding of everything. And then we have the reset, and then we have the self-study, and we have the group coaching and the VIP one-to-one. So you can start where you want. It's up to you. What do you want? Do you want to live in the shadows or not? So I'd like to leave you with this question. I probably mentioned it before. What fear label, or belief have you been carrying that God never intended for you to carry? I'll repeat that. What fear, label, or belief have you been carrying that God never intended for you to carry? I'm just going to be silent for a moment, and I'm just going to allow you to think about that. So take a few minutes, take a few quiet moments today, here right now with me, and after we have finished, write it down. I want you to write down what fear, label, or belief that you have been carrying. I'm not good enough. I can't do anything. I can't amount to anything. Who is you? You know, somebody might have told you, who is you to want that? Yeah, I've been told that. Who is you? Who is you to think so big? Who is you? Why not? And I want you to pray about it. And I want you to reflect on it. Because sometimes healing begins in honesty. When we ask ourselves an honest question, that's when healing begins. It doesn't begin in a vacuum. Never in a vacuum. So if you found this conversation has spoken to your heart, I'd love to continue this journey with you. So begin reading Unstoppable Resilience. Heal, rise, and reclaim your power. And if you are ready for more personalized support, I invite you to connect with me and explore any of the coaching programs. Together we can help heal, rise, and reclaim our power. So thank you for spending time with me. And remember, resilience is not about bouncing back, even though my name means spring back, bounce back. Resilience is about reflecting with honesty, revitalizing your whole being, revitalize your whole being, cleanse, get rid of all that stuff, and renewing your purpose. What is your purpose? If you don't know what your purpose is, ask what my purpose is, and He will reveal it to you. So rediscover the resilience that God placed in you. So I want to say thank you very, very much for spending your time with me today. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. So have a wonderful...
How much of your value have you been giving away? Saying yes when the answer should have been no? Lowering your price to secure the opportunity? Giving more while receiving less? Over time, it adds up. Until one moment brings clarity, you've been giving away your value. This is not about working harder. This is not about doing more. It's about boundaries. It's about pricing. It's about respect. From Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck comes a direct and necessary message. Stop over-delivering. Stop underpricing your expertise. Stop negotiating against yourself. Because when you recognize your value, everything changes. Stop Giving Away Your Value. Boundaries, Pricing, and the Business of Respect. Available now wherever fine books are sold and on Amazon. A film by USA Global TV and Radio. Executive producer Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Videographer and cinematic production Paul Garcia. Voiceover by Ed Vargas. Stop giving it away. Start owning it.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Tracy Cram-Perkins, a dementia caregiving survivor teaching how to balance care with peace of mind. #1 resource for dementia caregivers. It's the book Dementia Home Care: How to Prepare Before, During, and After. Over 17,000 copies sold of this must-have guide. And now a testimonial from Tracy Smith.
If I was to describe this book to someone who is going through a similar situation, I would underscore how important it is to have some sort of a tool or a guidebook to help you through certain stages. And there's so many, it's such an unknown topic to the average person. And to have this as a reference is essential. It's going to help you get through it personally, as well as help your loved one manage.
To learn more, go to TracyCramPerkins.com. Tracy Cram-Perkins is an award-winning author. She's also the host of Dementia Home Care television show. Watch it here on USA Global TV and Radio.
Hey you. Psst. Yes, you. Watching this right now. Are you creating content, a blog, a podcast, a newsletter, going live on Instagram or TikTok, and still not seeing real visibility or growth? Here's why. Anyone can post, anyone can go live, but not everyone is positioned to be taken seriously. Right now, people are going to YouTube to search for experts, for answers, for credibility. So while you're putting in the work, someone else is being seen as the authority. Not because they know more, because they're positioned better. Now imagine this. Your own professionally produced TV show, marketed, distributed, optimized with SEO so people can actually find you. Not just seen, but searchable, discoverable, positioned. You're trained, you're coached, you're guided. No experience necessary, but you do have to be coachable. Because this is about stepping into a higher level. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing it right. We've already built the platform, 2 YouTube channels, a global audience, a Silver Creator Award. So the question is, how much longer are you going to rely on temporary visibility when you could be building real authority? If you're ready to be seen differently, go to usaglobaltv.com and apply to host your own show. This is for individuals who are serious about investing in their visibility, their credibility, and their growth. If that's you, we're ready. USA Global TV and Radio, where your voice becomes your platform. Executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Videographer, Paul Garcia. Voiceover, Ed Vargas. All rights reserved. This production is the exclusive property of the USA Global TV and Radio and may not be reproduced, distributed, or used without written permission.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.